Right here it is. These are the wheels. They still hold air after all these years. I'm gonna take the wheels off of here and I'm gonna drag this thing back over here and put it back in here somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, put those wheels on here and maybe I can use the crappy wheels that I was just gonna have as a roller before. I might even get this thing out without having to take all this crap out. I don't think so. One of the two race cars that we'll be building. If y'all don't know, me and the guys were putting race cars together. Do like a little Mario Kart thing, but I'm actually putting this thing together. I'm finding a kid to race it. Because there's supposed to be some tracks coming up. Well, being made actually in the next town over. But that's a later date. But I got two different frames. I have this frame where you sit to the little bit to the side on the left side. Now another one's a little bit bigger. You sit in the middle. So I'm gonna build both of them up and break fast racing, baby. All right, this thing's almost out. I'm gonna just move these out the way and get this thing out, and then put this stuff back in here. Get this thing on a jack stand and get these wheels off of here and figure out how I'm gonna put it back together. Might have to take the plastics off though. All right, so I got this thing. I don't know if I told y'all the story, but I bought this a long time ago. 2000, I want to say in 2006. I bought this. It's like the summer of 2006. And I was, as a joke, I was going to ride it back and forth to work. I was a drill sergeant, so I'm looking really weird and scary drill sergeant driving this thing. But they said I had to take some safety course, you know, so I get my motorcycle license, endorsement, whatever, on my license. And when I took it there, I was going through it and I was killing it with it. And the guy was like, yeah, you know, you turn tables and all this stuff. I was like, well, I can't register it, but, you know, I got this tag that I bought at like a souvenir store, Too Fast For You. And I don't know, I guess he took it. But the headlights work, the horn worked. That's the start right here. Like low, left, right, turn signal, horn, high beam, low beam. You know, everything was cool. But he's like, I need to come back, and if I get a bike, I'll be in the next class. So that's when I got this bike, the 88 ZX10. And I did the course with it, passed it. So, but I was riding it, but this older bike is heavy. Still wouldn't keep up with the other bikes because they had like Boosas and ZX12s and all that cool stuff. Because the guy I got it from, he bought ZX12 and he sold that to me. It was red, but I'm about to paint it again because it's scratched up and all that cool stuff. So I think I had it for maybe 3 or 4 months. And then I bought this at the end of 2006 because I went and I was going to buy a Booster because I wanted something fast. The guy was like, hey, we got this ZX14. It's in the box over there. Literally, it was in the box still. This came from Cali or something. And he's like, you buy it, we'll have it together for you tomorrow. And pick it up. So when I picked it up, I can see the tank. It's white. It used to be white. I might go back to the white scheme and get like a fatter tire in the back. Do the exhaust. I'm doing the exhaust. But it's completely stocked except for the fairings. The fairings are not, the fairings in the windscreen. I had to replace that twice. And this one works better. It's a higher windscreen, so it deflects the wind a little bit better. But other than that, it's stock. I haven't made no changes to it. And I love this bike. But that's my story. Story time with Bacon. How I got into legally riding motorcycles in good old Missouri. But they used to call this bike that white bitch. That white motherfucker. Because I used to pass them. And when I pass them, especially on corners, I always have my hand touching the ground. That's how far I was leaning this thing. And it's like, man, you leaning the hell out of this bike. And it's a big bike. I don't know if this Shows you how big it is, but this thing's huge. But I love it. I'm never going to get rid of it. Maybe getting rid of this one though. This one I'm about to strip down and take the wheels off of it and probably the front forks. So we'll see. Definitely the wheels. But hey, thanks for watching. Just a quick quick video on how I got into bikes legally. And as you can see, still into bikes. Scooters. Hey, scooters are cool. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe and check me out. What's up? Welcome to the Bacmancave. This is what I'm gonna call story time. That way y'all get a little inside scoop of how I got into doing all this stuff. And I'm still doing it at the right age of 50. That's right, I'm 50. I know y'all think I'm younger, but no, I'm not. That's what 50 looks like. But anyway, before I get into my story, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below, hit that notification bell for upcoming videos. But make sure y'all hit that like button. So let's get into it. All right, so I finally dragged this thing out, and it looked a little rough, but the tires are still holding up. I changed those tires I don't know how long ago, but everything should line up. Looks like. All right, so. Is that 3? Looks like it's only 3 holes. I hope these line up. I'm pissed off if it doesn't, if I do all this work. Should I measure it? Here's my other tire. All right, there's only one way to find out. Well, I know the front wheel's gonna work. Wanna know why? Because of America, that's why. Man, these wheels are gonna look so nice on that. The only reason why I haven't started is because I gotta take the fairings off. Even though they're halfway on. So you're gonna need to take this bolt and this bolt. And they should just come off because they're already broken. God, pisses me off. What happens when you don't take care of your stuff? But if that doesn't work, like actually mainly the rear wheel, which I think it should. I don't know about a chain. Looks like it is a 40 chain. Looks like it already has a 40 tooth on it. I don't know. All right, only one way to find out. And me, ooh and ah, ain't gonna make this thing fix itself faster. I'm up here just thinking, maybe I should get some blocks. That way I can take the wheel off and first see if it's a 40 chain. So, see how many teeth it has. And then go ahead and throw this thing on there. Hopefully it lines up. Looks like it should. For a nice cleaning. All right, enough standing around, Bacon. Let's get this thing going. All right, perks of having a girlfriend. She texts you a lot because she loves you. Right. Sorry, I was distracted. All right, so got this thing on a jack stand. Got the front fairing off. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that back together because I thought it was worse. It's just that crack, so that's easy to fix, and it's just plastic. So I'm gonna Gorilla Glue that since I have it apart. Clean everything up. I still might put this thing back together, but I'm gonna see how this wheel works on here. Looks like it's a taller tire, which I like. And you see I already started taking the bolt off. And hopefully these jack stands don't give out on me, because you know how that's going to turn out. So let me go ahead and knock that off. Sheesh. So this is what happened. This thing is so rusted out that the bearing won't come all the way off. So I'm going to clean this up. I'll get my back wheel off and see how it looks. Hopefully it all lines up. All right, so this is going to be the tricky part. This looks smaller than the 40, but all right, let me count it. Need to clean off my table once and for all. All right, count with me. Ooh, 37 teeth. Ooh, faster, more speed. I'm gonna leave that on there. I'm definitely gonna leave that on there. That is tiny. What y'all think? Y'all think it will go faster? One way to... Now we gotta test this part. Come on, work. Hell yeah. So it's 40. It works out. So I can literally take this off and that is great news. I don't know if it's gonna line up though. I guess we'll have to find out one way. So, since this has a smaller sprocket, that might mess up my tensioning on my chain. I might have to take a link out because that is a lot smaller. But 37, woo, that's what I want. That this clutch ain't gonna like that. We'll see what happens. All right, let me go ahead and pull this bike out. I'm gonna move this bike out the way, probably put it over there in the corner. Put this engine over there and get that thing on jack stands, get that back wheel off, and this one on. Hopefully everything lines up. That's what I'm worried about. This one looks a little bit wider. A lot a bit wider. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's there. Yeah, don't look like it's gonna be a direct hit. I might have to make some might have to make some more these. But it's a lot taller tire, so that's another thing. Yeah, still got air. Nice. All right, let's do this. Now that I have both wheels off you can actually see the difference in size. Oh, I didn't even see if this will fit in there before I even do anything. All right, good. Let me turn this fan off because it might be loud. Yeah, but this is the 37. That's the 40. It's crazy how much bigger it is. Definitely gonna have to go down and chain. And I do need to line up everything. All right, so with that, let's check out the definitely different in size also. This one is a lot bigger than this one. So I definitely got to change that sprocket out. Hopefully, it looks like, oh my God, it's gonna be close. That sucks. All right, let me just see if this wheel works for now. Then take it back off because I gotta do spacers and all that. So let me get this wheel on and I'll be right back. Yo, that's why I'm just keeping this bike. Look at it. It just looks so mint. And it's not even painted. That's the thing about it. Like, I painted it before, but it's all rough looking up front, back here. Might take the wheel off and paint everything in the back since it's nothing that I could really overspray on except for the kickstand. But about to relocate this thing to the front. Take this off because I gotta center this. Like, the wheel's like cocked to the left. So I'm center it and then I'm gonna relocate the what's that thing called? What is this thing called? Engine plate. Cut the engine plate off. I'm gonna turn it sideways. That way I can fit, where you at? This engine on there also. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it so that both of these engines are interchangeable. But I don't think that exhaust is gonna work on here. I'm gonna have to see. Oh, what sucks, I'm moving this over. It's gonna move this over more too. Shit. How much play? I don't got much room to move over. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it cocked to the left. That sucks. So I know it ain't gonna be over enough for this thing to go underneath. I'll have to swap this over to that side. Take a link out. I don't know. I might have to cut this, angle this down, and re-weld it. Well, I'm gonna get something to eat, but I want y'all to see how it looks way better. So I'm gonna make it happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to just keep just this one block. Because that thing is going to be way off. You can't have that. I ain't doing no jack shaft. I'm going to eat and I'm going to come back. I'm going to take this engine off and see what's what. If that's lined up there, because it's already moved over. It might be right back to where it was. It'll be fine. Fuck that. I'm putting that engine on here too, so I'll just have to find me a different exhaust. My buddy Nate, I cut his so that it would go down and around. Like, it was like down and around. Like it. All right, let me eat because I can't function right now. All right, so I had to cut out some tubing in order for this wheel to be on here straight. I was going to make it the full length, but since this bolt's a little bit smaller, I decided to go ahead and keep these, and I just cut some for each side so that the wheel will be centered. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and work on the rear. Maybe I'll do the same thing. I'll see what's going on. No, actually that bolt actually works, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that regular bolt on the back and just extend it, and then I gotta get some spacers so that the brake will actually be over the caliper. But I gotta see if the other brake caliper will work on that, because, well, not caliper, the disc, the brake disc. I think it's, yeah, the disc part will work on that, because that one doesn't look like it will. Let me see here. Well, I'll try it first. If it works, it works. If not, I'll see if the bigger brake disc will work on there. But let me go ahead and put this on here. I'm gonna cut some more tubing for the rear. Do the measurements and cut the tubing. All right, so we got that on there. It's lined up nice. Not pretty, but it's on there. And I'll put the darn thing on backwards. So that would have worked though. I don't know, maybe I'll go back and do that. But I gotta take it back off and put the spacer on there so that it actually spinning nice though, which is crazy. All right, now that I got the front wheel straightened, now I'll work on the rear wheel and the rear brakes, which, let's see here. All right, that doesn't want to go. You're acting funny. It might be too thick. That's crazy. So I'm gonna have to take this off anyway and put some spacers, because that rear brake isn't working on here. The other ones I have won't fit on here, so put a few spacers in there, that way it can slide over it, and add some brakes. Actually, let me try one more thing real quick off camera. All right, so I have the wheels lined up perfectly. They're looking good. Now what I need to do is do the brakes, and once that's done, I need to reline up the engine with this wheel, and it should be done. Should be good to go. The only thing I might have to do another weld right here, because I got to put this on this side now. And should be a day. Easy work. But what I'm about to do is I'm gonna take this little tubing, because the tubing actually goes around that these bolts a lot better. Cut them 3/4, and that should bring. Hey, this thing's still rolling. It's like halfway there. That way I can actually get the brake on the disc, and then I'll find out the distance from the brake to here, put another spacer in there, and we should all be buttoned up and done. So let me go ahead and knock this out, and I'll show you the result and start working on this engine mount. All right, so these are the ones I cut out. I may need to grind them down, but I need to take this thing apart anyway. I mean, they look even enough. It feels right. But we'll see. But Whoa, definitely need to grind them down. I got these longer bolts that I took out of my other wheel. Two and three. Yeah, I took these out of my other wheel. I'm about to mount them onto here. Actually, double check to make sure they fit. Work enough, I guess. We'll see. I know I'm gonna need to put some spacers. I may need to tap it also. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in there and make this thing work. All right, I'll show y'all what I did. All right, so here's the end result. Do I really trust this to stop me? Hell yeah. But we'll find out. Most likely when I hit the brakes, it's gonna rip out. That's what I'm assuming. That's just gonna rip out. But only one way to find out. Mint, right? Weeby Wobby. Yeah. Don't worry, I was gonna put it on a grinder anyway and line them and make sure that they're even, so don't you worry about that, folks. Alright, so now that that's on there and I kind of feel comfortable with that, I'm going to start working on moving this motor mount over a little bit. Ah man, I forgot to put the damn chain on. Alright, I gotta take this wheel right back off, put the chain back on, and then yep, I might have to throw the bolt this way, that way. Let's see, turn this way, and that's gonna loosen anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna put this bolt over here anyway, because it'll make, if it locks up, the bolt won't come on loose. All right, so it's the next day, and this is what I decided to do. Since I had this off and I didn't like how that was wibbly wobbling, I didn't want to take the time to try to fix it, and I didn't trust the stability of these extensions. So I took, since this was off, I slid this on there and then I tightened it to the rim, and it's working fine. So now I just need to get another bolt this size, because that's perfectly the perfect length. But I'm about to cut the spacers before I do that though. Or maybe if I get lucky, I'll find its brother in here somewhere. We'll see. I mean, any bolt that's long and got the red. I'll look in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut this extension, get this thing tightened. Actually, I'm gonna cut this extension, make sure it's long enough. Then I'm gonna put it I'm gonna cut both of, and then I don't know, size it right, and then cut another one the right size, and then go and get that other bolt. And then my braking system be done, and then I just have to redo the engine, and then this thing is running again. All right, so we got it cut out, and looks like it's gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna put it on, tighten it, and make sure it is. This is perfect. I got the perfect gap in between. So let's see if I can match it. Yeah, okay. It's definitely time for a new camera. All right, so I'll show you a quick way to do this. All right, so you see how I got the two holes right here? These are two new holes right there drilled. All right, instead of trying to figure out how you're gonna drill these holes right here, which are the two that's farthest apart. Like, I don't know if you can see my pinky, but that one and that one. What you do is you reverse it, but you want to have the bolts in there. Hold on. Hey, we're back. So you reverse it, make sure the bolts are in there. That way you can draw the line, the holes right there for the front one. My hands are full of oil. So I always do a loop, and I cut inside the loop. Damn, this is done. Actually, I should just drill the holes right there while it's there. But what I should have done was draw the line out here and here, line it up, drill, flip it, and then drill. That way I know that the holes are lined up, because see, it's got a little bit of play. So I'm just sit it straight as possible. Then get my drill and drill it out. So I'm going to drill it out and make sure the holes line up, and then put everything back together. All right, now that I got all 4 in there and it's nice and buttoned down and tight, I am going to take this back off, put the engine back on this mount, and mount this thing back up, put a chain on it, and it should be a runner. I'm gonna have to weld something here also, I know that. Sucks. I'm gonna try to bend this to the other side, but I doubt it's gonna bend far enough. But we'll see. Anyway, let's get this thing mounted on the engine, back on the frame, and then we'll worry about the chain later. All right, so it's pretty much done. I'm gonna take this fender off, cut these brackets off, make them straight and make them go straight down, and put the fender up here and cut it. That way we won't have this hot mess that's here. And I would eliminate it all together, but we ride in dirt and we get dirty. We ride on dirt roads, clarify, and I don't like dirt. All right, but yeah, looks good. I do need to weld a piece right here, which I'm gonna do really quick as soon as I find some metal, and then I'm gonna take it for a test drive. But actually, I need to tighten the rear wheel. All right, so I saw some things that I didn't like when I did the start. Actually, let me go and start it for you. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Tire does too. I think it's a dead spot from sitting, so like, cause the front tire is a little weeby wobbly too. So now I'm gonna do a little burnout or whatever when I take it out for the test spin. Hopefully it turns gas off. Oh, I turned it off. Hopefully it self-corrects itself, but I like how it looks. And it's not even painted. But I still think, if it rides nice, I'm going to weld this piece right there to keep it, I think it already loosened. So that moved already. So I'm going to have to weld something there. See what I have. That's just laying around. That's big enough. Yeah. But I'm still taking for a test spin. And damn it, I should just fix it. Yeah, I'll just fix it. Let me finish it. Actually, I'm not gonna do it in this video. This video is long enough. So this video, I put new tires on it. Kind of relocated the brakes, moved the engine forward, and now we have ourselves a runner. I left the front disc brake on it, so just in case I want to throw a front brake kit on it, it'll already be there. I mean, it's not hard to put on, but I just don't want to have to dig it out or look for it later on. I like it. Matter of fact, I'm just go ahead and weld this on, take it for a test spin, because I don't want to wait till the next video. And I know y'all don't want to neither. Figure this out. All right, I'm gonna figure this out and I'll be right back. All right, so here it is. I Got it welded up. Not neat, but effective. And I hope it holds. It's not even a strong weld. Well, I'll make a correction later on. I'm just to see how it does phase. So let me know what y'all think. Better angle. New wheels need to be clean. I'm taking them off, repaint them. I know I need to replace the back tire. Be doing a hoppity hop, bippity bop. It's all good. It looks good. Next video, I will be doing a test ride on this. So look forward to it. Be right after this video. And making any adjustments that I need. I know I already need to replace this thing because it's not even keeping the heat off my legs. So, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, notification bell for upcoming videos. All right, 007 is out.